So we have a lot of late diagnosed autistic people in this world right now during this mass collective awakening right now, as people are awakening to their true selves and becoming aware of their true self. And what has happened is when you are a late diagnosed autistic, you have gone your whole life up until you found out you were autistic, completely unaware of this is what you were. You have always been autistic. You were just unaware for however many years you were unaware. For me, it was about 24 years. I was 25 when I found out that I was autistic. Okay. So almost a quarter of a century, I was completely unaware, you know? And what happens is when you are unaware that you are autistic throughout your life, and especially if your family was unaware, they have their own preconceived notion about who they think you are. They have already painted the picture and have their own spin of the narrative of who you are. And a lot of your autistic traits were the things that they disliked about you, the things that they got annoyed with about you, the things that just really just made them so uncomfortable. And they just, sort of like rejected you. Like they rejected those parts of you, right? But those were always your autistic traits, right? Or if you ever had moments where you would get overwhelmed and have all this anxiety, or if you just spent a lot of time to yourself, especially when everyone else was around and you kind of went off by yourself because they didn't understand that it was just you having a moment where you needed to go recharge and be to yourself. They didn't understand that you were, having autistic burnout, how you were having an autistic meltdown, and that is what was happening. And because they did not know, your loved ones, your family, your relatives, they did not know that you were autistic, they looked at those behaviors of yours that were autistic behaviors and they shamed you for it. They thought that it was such a negative thing about you and they, wanted you to change it. They wanted you to fix it. They spun it and basically made it seem like you're choosing to be this way just because you want to be difficult. And it wasn't the case that you are this way and behaving this way because of your neurological deficiency. So this whole entire time that they have known you, they are thinking that you are this one way, the way that they think you are. But when the truth finally comes out and the reality is finally being faced and their perception of you doesn't match or align with the reality of who you are, now here's the problem. Because now your reality and truth is contradicting their perception of you, their false accusation of you. Whatever it was that made their ego feel good and feel boosted to look down on you and talk down on you, now that is gone because whatever it is that they were thinking is false because your truth has just proven their truth to be wrong. And a lot of people are so prideful and so wrapped up in their ego that they don't want anything else to differ from what they think is going on. Because them being wrong about things is a huge bruise to their ego. So they're unable to grasp that they were wrong.